This is not a poem. These are facts I ran in Africa. Sing Black America. Sing Black America. One message. They took your reading first because they knew every right would come right after it.
They did not start with the chains. They started with the page. Take the reading, take the rights. That was the law, that was the cage. I ran in Africa, sent the message. Black America, hear it plain. Every right you hold today was once a crime to learn and explain.
In 1740, South Carolina passed the Negro Act. After the Stono Uprising, they wrote it in the law. It became a crime to teach an enslaved person to write. After Nat Turner rose in 1831. Virginia, Alabama, Georgia, and North Carolina followed. Reading was banned by statute, not by accident. But Africa was already reading before the ships arrived in Mali and Timbuktu. In the school of St. Corée, scholars copied and studied manuscripts for hundreds of years. Omar Ibn said was born in Futatoro around 1770. He studied for about 25 years before he was taken in 807. Enslaved in the Carolinas, he wrote his own life in Arabic in 1831. He could read and write before America forbade it by law. Frederick Douglass learned his letters in Baltimore. Sophia all taught him until you all stopped him. Douglass said reading was the road from slavery to freedom. That is the exact reason the law made the road illegal.
They did not start with the chains. They started with the page. Take the reading, take the rights. That was the law, that was the cage. I read in Africa, sent the message. Black America, hear it plain. Every right you hold today was once a crime to learn and explain.
The Civil War ended slavery in 1865. That same year, Congress created the Freedmen's Bureau. It built schools across the South for people just freed. Black literacy rose fast in a single generation. So the next attack was not only violence, it was the test. Mississippi rewrote its constitution in 1890. It required a literacy test to register to vote. Other states copied the Mississippi plan one by one. Louisiana added a grandfather clause in 1898. If your grandfather could vote before 1867, you were exempt. White men passed under the clause. Black men were sent to the test. Black registered voters in Louisiana fell from over 130,000
to roughly
300 within a few short years. The poll tax and the literacy test stood for decades after that. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 finally struck down the literacy test.
reading and the right to vote were never two separate things.
Take the page,
You take the power.
give the page.
You give the vote. I ran in Africa, already wrote this down.
Read it back.
That is the note.
From the Negro Act to the literacy test, the target stayed the same for 200 years. Not the body first, the book first. Because the book was where the rights appeared. Persia kept writing for thousands of years. West Africa kept writing in gold and in ink. America passed the law against the alphabet, because the alphabet was where freedom will begin. This is not opinion. Check the dates yourself.
Unfunny 1831, 1865, 1965.
The line through,
All of it is reading,
the line through.
all of it is right.
So every black American,
Hear the message plain.
they feared your reading.
Before they feared your name,
The right and the page.
were always the same fight.
Pick up the book.
That was always the right.
They told the world we were enemies, but the children in Tehran and the children in Lagos built the same Lego toy, and they sent America the same message. We were never your enemy. Now read this.
In 1740, South Carolina passed a law teaching an enslaved child to read became a crime. They feared the written page more than they feared a war, because they knew a child who reads will demand to be free in time.
I ran in Africa, just sent a message in a toy. Same blood, same grief, same right. They want you to employ the vote, the school, the page that they once banged. Read the history
And take it in your hand.
Yeah. Frederick Douglass learned to read while he was still enslaved. Published his narrative in 1845. That record saved after Nat Turner's revolt in 1831. Virginia banned black education too. The fear of literacy spread state to state. That record is true. 1865, the 13th Amendment ended legal slavery. 1868, the 14th gave citizenship and equal protection plainly. 1870, the 15th said your vote could not be denied by race. 1896, Plessy versus Ferguson built the separate but equal case. Segregation became the law across the southern states for 60 years. Schools were split, libraries were closed to you. That is documented, that is clear. 1954, Brown versus Board of Education overturned that lie. The Supreme Court rules segregated schools unequal that you cannot deny.
In 1740, South Carolina passed a law teaching an enslaved child to read became a crime. They feared the written page more than they feared a war, because they knew a child who reads will demand to be free in time.
I ran in Africa,
just sent a message in a toy.
Same blood,
same grief, same right.
Same right.
They want you to employ
the vote,
the school, the page that they once banned.
Read the history.
Then take it in your hand.
December 1955, Rosa Parks refused a seat. The Montgomery bus boycott lasted 381 days in that street. Dr. Martin Luther King led that movement without a gun in hand. August 28,
1963,
the march on Washington filled that land. The 24th Amendment,
1964, killed the poll tax at the door.
1964,
The Civil Rights Act made that discrimination against the law.
1965,
Selma to Montgomery,
They marched though their feet were sore.
1965,
The Floating Rights Act removed the test that blocked the poor.
now hear the message in the toy from Tehran and from Accra. The people are not their governments, that gap is real, not far. Ordinary Iranians did not vote for war. They want their children fed.
Ordinary Africans, share your bloodline from the ships. That history is red. Same blood,
Same page,
same vote,
same plan.
Iran and Africa.
put the message in your head.
The law that banned you reading is the proof of how they feared you. The amendments and the acts are the proof of how you steered through.
They want you to forget that learning to read was once a crime. They want you to skip the vote that cost so many lives and time. But a toy from across the ocean is reminding you tonight. The people of the world are watching how you use your right.
We were never your enemy.
We share your history. history.
Read it for yourself.
Read it for yourself.
Then the choice is clearer to see.